I was denied an extension of my Chinese tourist visa in London. So I took the train to Shenyang, the biggest city in the northeast in China. I couldn't take my bicycle onto the fast train, but I have to pick it up the next day. I could only get a 30 days Chinese tourist visa in Hong Kong, so I need to extend it. There was heavy rain when I arrived. The entrance was packed with people waiting. Next day, I picked up my bicycle and luggage at the train station. I called Didi Taxi, like Uber in China, to go to immigration office. My taxi driver was so talented that he could watch TV and drive at the same time. For your information, this is Shenyang Food Street Market. Immigration building was so big and I thought I could extend it easily. But immigration officer told me 30 days is enough to travel China. Rule number 1, you never argue with the immigration officer overseas. I just said, okay, and I left. I decided to take the train to Beijing to see if it's really impossible. Because when I traveled China in 2016, I extended 3 times each 30 days easily. I couldn't take my bicycle onto the train to Beijing because they said bicycle will arrive after 4 days separately. So I just booked the train ticket only for me. Unfortunately, every guest house and hotel say they can't keep my bicycle. My train was coming soon, but I didn't know what to do with my bicycle and luggage. Luckily, at the last minute, I found a bicycle shop which will hold my luggage and bicycle. It was 700 kilometers from Shenyang to Beijing, but this crazy high-speed train took only 3 hours and it cost only $45. As soon as I arrived in Beijing, I ran to the immigration office. Luckily, immigration officer told me I can extend my Chinese tourist visa, unlike Dandong and Shenyang immigration office. But they literally investigated my stay in China. They asked where I had stayed for the last 3 weeks. I didn't do any camping since I was scared of Chinese new anti-espionage law. So luckily, I had a record of all hotel bookings to prove. But they asked me to write down where I've been. Then they said, show us your phone's picture to prove you've been there. They even checked the timestamp and pictures on the phone. They asked why the location stamp was not on the picture. I said, I turned it off because I don't like to share too much of my privacy with Google. I had the experience of extending Chinese tourist visa 3 times each 30 days when I traveled China with 90 days tourist visa in 2016. It was so easy at the time. That's why I extended 3 times. But now it was totally different that I was investigated. After a couple of days, I got the message from immigration. I will get total 14 days extension, but I can only pick up my passport after 8 days. So it took total 10 days to get 14 days extension. I just took the fast train again to go back to Shenyang since I don't want to waste 8 days from 14 days. I don't have time that I need to cycle nearly every day from now.